Hi, I'm Shane Phillips, the CEO of the Phillips Group, and we're at the HR Summit and Expo, the largest HR event in the Middle East, and I'm here with the authors of the brand new book, Full of Life, Mr. Ashirvad, Lobo, and Hans Horlings. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, Shane. Thanks for having us
Thank you very much.
So what's this all about, Full of Life?
It's really all about designing your own life that makes you feel good about yourself. Why is it that so many people go to work and spend almost 50% of their time doing something they don't love to do? And that's what we want to change. We really would like people to find out what it's like to work in a job or do activities that they love to do. And this is a methodology about how to get there.
But why is it only 50%? Because I feel like 100% of the stuff I do, I don't love to do. So if I could even get to doing 50% of the things, that would be fantastic.
That's all related to work, correct? We spend about 50% of our time awake at work. 84% of people are not engaged at work. So if you're not engaged at work, then you don't love what you do. And most people, they work for a paycheck rather than doing something they love to do. And I think that's the real focus.
I got engaged at the Burj Al Arab. I didn't get engaged at work either. Oh, you mean in work engagement? Sorry, yeah. So how do you get this number where it's like 84% of people aren't engaged?
That comes from a Gallup survey. Yeah.
So you're trusting them, the Gallup gentlemen, that they did this correct?
It doesn't matter what the percentage is, correct? So if you look at everywhere in business, if you look around today, all these businesses, they talk about engagement. They talk about how do we get more out of our people, because we know if they are engaged, then they are enjoying their work, then they are more productive, then they get more things done.
And so this book is about how to do that. So we should buy a copy for all of our staff and we will see our net profit increase? Is that what your claim is?
Absolutely. One of the key elements is that we are doing very well in business. We're really trying to take away all the demotivators that people experience. However, we're not focusing on what motivates people, individuals. Engagement is not just something that the company needs to do. It's something that each individual is responsible for. You are responsible for your own engagement, for your own motivation. I cannot motivate you. I can take things away that demotivate you, but I can't motivate you.
So what are some of the things we can do to become more engaged?
Absolutely. So I think we cover that in 3 steps. And the first step is love what you do. So if you look out, ask anyone, do you love your job? The response again, most people say no.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the first part of what we talk about is a reboot. So something's not working. You're spending half your time at work, but you're not happy about what you're doing. It's like technology, right? If it doesn't work, you reboot it. So the first part of what we talk about is how do we reboot people's mindsets so that they love what they do. That's the first step. The second then is to arrive at do what you love. So really figure out what does each person love to do at work, what are their strengths, what are their talents, what are they great at, and help them to be able to do this on the job.
So just 2 things then, and you become more engaged.
Absolutely. To
Like
get most out of life.
The second step is really focusing on 3 things. Who are you? What do you want? And how do you get there? Those are the key things. Now let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Who are you?
Shane Phillips, CEO of the Phillips Group.
You
What
see,
kind of answer would you like?
No.
Spiritually?
So for a
Or
lot
my
of people,
identity?
a lot of people define themselves by what they do,
Right.
rather than who they really are. Actually, if I ask you a question, who are you?
Yes.
That's not easy to answer. And a lot of people find it very, very difficult to come up with a good answer about who are you? What drives you? What is your personality? What do you like to do? What are your real talents? What are your real strengths? What are your values? What are your beliefs? What are your limiting beliefs? All of these things together make up who you are. And the problem is, most people, when you ask them, what are you passionate about? They start with, oh, what do I want? And you cannot really answer, what do I want, if you haven't answered, who am I? So that's one of the keys. You have to start to focus.
So you feel that people shouldn't be defined by their jobs.
Correct.
But traditionally, that's what we are, because your last name, you know, in the West at least has been Archer, Miller, Cooper, Smith.
Even in India, it's similar. So what you do defines you traditionally, you're right.
Yes.
But you are more than what you do, and that's what we're talking about. Who else are you in what you do? So when someone says, who are you? What are your strengths?
So that
that's
tradition is you should decouple from tradition then. In this.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, because especially in India, there's a lot of people that, you know, engineers, lawyers, doctors, that's what we need to be, correct? Our parents push us to be those three groups. And if you're not one of those, then you don't count. However, there's lots of doctors and engineers that become engineers, and when they're 35 or 40, they say, you know what, I don't want to be an engineer. I don't like this. This is not me. Yeah,
Too bad.
feels so
Suck it
empty.
up.
No, they don't say they don't say too bad. What they say is, I want to do something different. And then is when they come and say, you know, I want to do something that I really want to do, that fits with who I am. And I think that drives people, and then people become happy, satisfied.
Absolutely. And I think the last step that's then missing is, so you know who you are, a little deeper meaning. You know really what you want in life. And then some people stop there. So the last part of our book really talks about how do you get there. So create a plan, have goals, follow a system, so that what you want and who you are, you can actually get to where you want to be.
Right. So you believe in happiness then, and
No, it's
this
not
happiness
happiness.
thing.
It's not happiness.
You should be
thing.
happy. No,
It's-
shouldn't be happy.
Because there is if you really, if I want to become or play the piano or learn Spanish, there's lots of people that want to do these things. However, they're not prepared to take on the pain and practice every day, half an hour. They just say, I would love to speak Spanish, or I would love to play the piano. No, it's making choices, and it's basically going through some hardship. Yep. If you really have an ambition to do something, it's not all happiness. It's our first book. Yeah. That I just want to say that I'm so happy today. It's the launch of our book.
Congratulations.
Yeah. It took 2 years to write, and I'm really, really happy. And there's lots and lots of people that have helped us with reviewing it, and you know, we're so proud of what we have here. This is absolutely amazing.
Congratulations on the book.
Thank you very
much. It's a big
much.
accomplishment.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And so those are the authors of Full of Life. You can buy it on Amazon, I assume, can you? Yeah, so get it on Amazon, maybe watch them online, and hopefully you, with their book, you will become full of life, and you will become more successful, you'll make more money, but not necessarily happiness is not necessarily part of it. Just joking. I'm sure you'll get all those things. And I'm your host, Shane Phillips from the Phillips Group, and we're at the HR Summit and Expo, the largest HR event in the Middle East. Thank you.